Alright, how's it going everybody? So the other day I asked you guys on my community tab and on my Discord, link in the description by the way, what your hottest, most spicy, and most blistering Destiny takes are. And today, we are going to review them. I already expect there to be very terrible takes. However, some good ones that I probably agree with that will probably piss some people off. So, let's get right into it. When it goes well, Gambit is the most fun you can have in this game. No. Like, I know that it's like fun is a subjective thing, but no. Menagerie, in my opinion, was one of the worst things to happen because almost everything gets compared to it. And it's always this seasonal activity pales in comparison to Menagerie. I don't think Menagerie was the worst thing to happen because of that, or one of the worst things to happen. You could say that about everything. You know, all DLCs get compared to Forsaken and The Taken King. All raids get compared to, like, Last Wish. All fashion gets compared to the Gold Skull. King's Fall is really only an enjoyable raid because of its spectacle and environment. The mechanics are and the community just hyped the shit out of it because it's with the Taken King. It's like half right. In Destiny 1, King's Fall is just pretty mid, to be honest. Is it way overhyped? Yeah, I think it's way overhyped. But, you know, the mechanics are not all bad in it. Golgoroth is probably one of the best encounters in the game. So, yeah, I think that it's overhyped, but it's not, like, only enjoyable because of its, you know, spectacle and environment. Rolk is the best final raid boss, and I will stand by that. I agree, and this is not a hot take. I don't think he's the best final raid boss fight. Yeah, I think the legit Riven is still better because you still have, like, the thing working up to when you go into, like, the big arena with Rolk. That first part is boring. I could honestly fall asleep during that. Oh, well, it's not too bad. But I think the legit Riven is a better fight than Rolk, but once you get into that arena, best fight in the game. In my opinion, Shadowkeep is the best DLC I have played. Try harder, man. Try harder with, like, these hot takes. Like, I know I asked for your hottest takes, but you gotta put some effort into, like, making a hot take, and not just being like, oh yeah, Shadowkeep is the best DLC I've ever played. That's like saying Eater of Worlds is the best raid I've ever played. Bungie should shut down Destiny 1 with some kind of patch to connect to a private server pack they release, so they can open up room in their servers and fully focus on Destiny 2 instead of hanging on to the old game for no good reason. This is a fucking terrible take. I don't think they should shut down Destiny 1. So, I don't think this is how, like, servers work. And opening up the room in the servers that Destiny 1 was taking up and giving that to Destiny 2 probably wouldn't make a big difference anyways. Destiny 2 makes them so much money that I don't think they really are using up much space for Destiny 1 here. Like, come on. And 2, of course, Destiny 1 still has a lot of great things in it. You still have all the old campaigns, you still have raids that haven't came back, you have activities, you have all the old destinations, you have so much stuff there, it'd be stupid to shut it down. So there's a good reason to hang on to it. This is a terrible take. Crucible isn't that bad, just get good. It depends on the context of this. If it's a bad meta, then yeah, Crucible's pretty shit. But if the meta is good, and you're like, oh, Crucible fucking sucks, man, just get good. So it's like half right. Luke Smith did nothing wrong and sunsetting was necessary for the health of the game. Oh boy, this is going to piss some people off. And you know what? I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here. I agree. I think that, like, the whole did nothing wrong. I don't think it was Luke Smith's, like, decision, or, like, just his decision. But the main thing that made sunsetting so bad was the lack of weapons that came with Beyond Light, and just kind of how, I guess, lazy the sunsetting was, because they sunset everything. Like, instead of just sunsetting the outliers and the shit that, you know, needed to actually be sunset, they sunset everything. Why did better devils need to be sunset? But yeah, I think sunsetting was 100% necessary for the health of the game, because ultimately we'd still be using the same weapons. Gambit should be fixed. It should? Do we have, like, fucking Yoda here or something? I guess. I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that. It's not really a hot take. Warlocks carry raids but still get the bottom of the barrel scraps from Bungie, and I'm convinced that Bungie hates Warlocks. So, we have a little bit of a contradiction going on here. Warlocks carry raids, right? Which means that they're very good and they have some very good stuff. But still get the bottom of the barrel scraps from Bungie, and I'm convinced Bungie hates warlocks. What? That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. The fact that Starfire was not nerfed when Lightfall came out, and also Well of Radiance not being nerfed, except for, like, they took away its overshield, I guess, completely disproves your whole point here that Bungie hates warlocks. Bungie doesn't hate any class. It's just when people don't get what they want, they just say that Bungie hates X class, or you know, yeah. No, Bungie does not hate warlocks. Starfire is necessary for warlocks since... Okay, I'm not even going to read the rest of this. Actually, you know what, I will. Since Light 3.0 stole all unique parts of Warlock's kit and gave it to other classes... Okay, I'm not actually going to read the rest of this because... Okay, let's go over it. Starfire is not necessary for Warlocks. There's a million other really good armor pieces for Warlocks. Like I can name a few off the top of my head here. We have Nezarec Sin, we have Crown of Tempests, we have Controverse Holds, we have Osmiomancy Gloves, we have Swarmers, we have Secant Filaments, Mantle of Battle Harmony, we have Necrotic Grips. Those are just like the only ones off the top of my head here. I think that you just need to build craft with stuff better than just throwing on like an exotic armor piece and being like, there's my build crafted, build crafting done, which just shows that Starfire needs to be nerfed when it's that strong right out of the gate. So I think it needs a nerf. It very much needs a nerf, but they need to make Warlocks Light 3.0. I agree with you that Light 3.0 for Warlocks, we got shafted. We got shafted, Warlocks, and not in a good way. Bungie should stop doing crossovers. Why? What's the reasoning as to why? I think that Well and Starfire Protocol needs a nerf. Yes, this is my actual opinion. I agree. Reprised Kingsfall is garbage because they made Oryx a bullet sponge instead of a mechanic mastery challenge. This is possibly the worst take I have seen so far. Yeah, I love doing a forced 4-phase. We love doing forced 4 phases. Let's go over this here. Number 1, Oryx is not a bullet sponge man. Oryx is a teddy bear man. Come on. There is no best class, only good players. I agree. The Violet Crayon tastes the best. The Violet Crayon tastes very good, but personally I disagree. I think that the Light Blue Crayon personally tastes better. However, that's just my opinion, and I think that the Violet Crayon is still fantastic, and if you like it and you think it tastes the best, then good for you. And look, I'm not the type of person to just go and say, you know, fuck you, you're wrong. Everybody has their own opinion, and I think that your opinion is absolutely valid here. What do you know? What do you know? I called it before. Eater is the best raid. If you can't go flawless solo in trials, you should not be queuing solo in trials. This is a bad take. This is a bad take. I can't even lie. Like, you know, Keski, I know that I know you feel very strongly about this, but trials is only good when the population is high, and the population is only high when you have people who cannot go flawless solo in trials. So otherwise, honest to God, it may sound a little bit harsh, most people who go flawless solo in trials right now probably cannot go flawless solo in trials without the people who cannot go flawless solo in trials playing trials. Oh boy, if you're ass. Now I don't feel so bad about like my responses here. Oh, well, there's the argument. I think we all know what that means.